My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey, welcome back, folks. Today, zooming in from New York, we've got Dwight McCaulsky, and Dwight's doing a lot of different things in real estate. He's got a portfolio of small multifamily properties, so triplexes. I think he's got one in the Bronx. Is that right, Dwight?
Brooklyn.
Oh, sorry, in Brooklyn. Big difference.
Yeah.
Right. Never been to New York, but I know there's a big difference there between the Bronx and Brooklyn,
Yes.
that's for sure. And Dwight's also getting into the multifamily syndication space, and he's got a ton of experience working with lenders, working as a person helping people get loans with private lenders and with hard money lenders. So he knows that side of the business very, very in depth. So Dwight, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Dave.
So Dwight, tell us a little bit about what does real estate investing look like these days for you? What are you focused on primarily?
So primarily I'm focused on just highlight working as I'm a realtor in New York City, in New York State, and I mainly service the five boroughs in New York City, Long Island, and Westchester counties, and some places upstate. So most of the time I'm working with owners to list their properties and helping buyers acquire their
So traditional realtor role.
yes. And
Okay.
then the fun thing is I'm very active in multiple groups, and in particular the multifamily section. And I'm helping to expand my portfolio and also help people get into real estate who are new to it and find ways how to become either investors actively or passively.
Okay, very good. So tell us a little bit about your existing portfolio right now. What does that look like?
Yeah, so I'll talk about two of them. It's three families. So I have a three family in New Jersey that my wife and I acquired almost 7 years ago.
Nice.
Time flies. And the second one is in Brooklyn, New York, and that's a very hot market right now with lots of development. Way different from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are small multifamilies, but especially in a place like Brooklyn, not a small price tag on these kind of properties, I'm going to imagine. Would that be fair to say?
No, no, it's not as yeah. If I were to compare the two properties, the Brooklyn property is at least three times as
Wow.
more expensive as the New Jersey property. And the interesting thing with Brooklyn is most properties either get appreciation or but very little property can get appreciation and cash flow at the same time. And I
Mhm.
was fortunate to have a formula to get both in Brooklyn at the price point at which we purchased.
Well, very nice. Was that a formula, or was that being fortunate that you locked in a mortgage at a very low rate?
It's a formula and fortunate, so I would take both. So the lower rate mortgage was very good for us, and we appreciate it, and we may never see those rates again.
Yeah.
But more importantly is we run the numbers and we stick to the numbers. So we had a low entry point, and we came in as we did house hacking, so that
Oh,
helped us to get in with a traditional FHA loan at 5%. So our cash and cashes was pretty good right there. And then the other factors is that we calculated the rents and the highest and best rents that we could get, and we
mhm.
figured out a formula how to maximize the cash flow. So at the end of the day, we're cash flowing positive, which is a great thing.
That's amazing. That is wonderful, especially in a market like Brooklyn. So, what did you do differently than the previous owner to turn this property into cash flow positive?
The main difference lies within the way that we structure the property. So once we get in as owner occupied and we spend the time that is the minimum times necessary, we move back to the other place that we had.
Move back to Jersey?
No, no. There's also we have another
Okay.
property within New York that we were able to move back to, and then we were able to rent all three properties, and we got the highest and the best rents because we put effort and we put the work in to make the property beautiful. So it
Mm.
commanded a certain type of tenants we're willing to pay, and that was it. But we had our numbers. So um, I ran the numbers in terms of our cash and cash return. I ran the numbers in terms of our break-even point, etc. And the DSCR, of course. So we were doing at least 1.3 DSCR, and that was our minimum threshold. Otherwise, we know that there could be some rough patches where we're breaking even or in the negative, which most homeowners in Brooklyn, unless you have a 5 units or higher, would not be cash flowing.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah, most definitely. So if you lived in it for a while you were fixing it up, and you brought it up to snuff, and then you were able to rent it out at fair market rate for that caliber of property now, and then you and your wife were able to move into your other property, fill up your unit with a paying tenant, and between the three paying tenants now, that's how you're able to cash flow this property.
yes.
Yeah, got it. Okay, makes sense. So, Dwight, tell me a little bit about. I think you're starting to get into bigger deals. So, are you part of a larger project right now?
Yes, I'm part of a private equity group that does syndication, and as in fact in the last 90 days our group acquired six properties between 30 and 150 units in the Sun Belt area of the States. And so one of the things that I am growing in and learning as we go through this process is to partner network with people and stretch myself to bigger deals. And that's what we're doing. So
Good.
um,
So, are
we're
you coming on board with this group as one of the general partners? Is
That's
that the
my
goal?
that's my goal. Yes,
Yeah.
my goal is to, and one of those ways is to I'm being mentored, and I'm being held accountable, learn a lot, and the networking is phenomenal, and I'm always looking to network with people of like mind and be around the opportunities to grow. So
So, you've got
helping.
some experience now as a real estate investor. Do you self-manage the properties that you have right now?
Yes, I self-manage both properties because of the proximity.
Yeah.
And I one of my goal as an investor was to learn firsthand everything. And fortunately I had the opportunity and the privilege to do that. And so I learned that way. But I also have a certain number that I have to reach in order to hand the properties over to a property management company to free up my time for
Mhm.
the bigger work that I'm embarking on.
Okay. So you're getting experience as a landlord with these six rental units that you've got right now. You've got experience on the transactional side of things as a realtor.
Yes.
So when you get into the GP side of things with syndications with multifamily, what role do you see yourself fulfilling best?
GP, I imagine myself being uh, doing underwriting or acquisition because that's one of the things that I've been actively doing. In fact, before I came on, I got 230-unit A-class properties that I was working with a broker on. acquiring and building that relationship to do those underwriting and acquisition for the group. And I could see myself doing some asset management at some point. So those are some of the initial things that I'm thinking. And just one quick thing, so right now in my current situation, I consider myself a landlord and I really want to be an investor.
Mhm.
And the reason I say that is landlord is work, is hard work. Still gotta get up 2 o'clock in the morning for that leaking ceiling. And it's hard work working with the tenants and so on. But scaling up to become a GP and working and leveraging and doing cost segregation with the group, that allows more passive, although it's work, there's more passive
You're
income.
not fixing the ceiling at 2 o'clock in the
We're
morning
not
anymore.
fixing the property management company that we hire and manage will be fixing the ceiling or taking care of those things. Yes.
That sounds like a good plan. So Dwight, where do you see yourself in your real estate investing business going in the next year or two?
Definitely becoming a GE for my first 20, 30 unit property with a incredible team of experts. And I'm building from there. I also see myself helping more people because my background is teacher, and one of my goal is to educate and help, as many investors as possible to allow real estate to become a part of their wealth portfolio, whether they're actively or passively managing it, and experience the beauty and the profits and the amazing things that come from having real estate.
Wonderful. Dwight, if people want to connect with you, where should they go?
LinkedIn is the place to go. It's the www.linkedin.com/McCaulsky. And you'll see my profile. Just send me a
Connect
message
with you.
and connect with me and read what I post as well and the groups that I'm in. That would be helpful too.
Awesome, Dwight. Thanks very much for being on the show and all the best with your future endeavors.
Dave, thank you for having me.
All right, everybody, take care. See you on the next. Hey there. I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.